My name is Kaori Ishida. I dated my husband Shisuke for 2 years before marrying him. It's been 2 years since we've married, and we've had a great life together. But then, around the time a year passed after we got married, we had to live with his parents per his mother's request. Oh, I wonder if I can get along with her.
Don't worry. I'll protect you at all costs, so you're okay. I'll be your ally no matter what.
Shisuke. Okay, thank you. I'll do my best, okay? Right now, I live with him and his mother. I wasn't sure before, but the second we started living together, she started nagging at me. You're not even done making dinner and you're taking a break! Such a princess! It's been 3 months since we've lived together, and she's been nagging at me every single day. It didn't stop there. She would talk bad about my parents or call them to bother them. She would tell me to leave because we weren't family. She even started talking bad about me to her neighbors. Honestly, she did everything she could that wasn't illegal. I told Shinsuke about this several times. She's bothering me every day. I don't know if I can do this.
She's probably just a little shy.
Huh?
We just started living together. I think you'll get used to her soon.
I was shocked at how oblivious he was to everything. Before we started living together, he said he would take my side no matter what, and now he's the last person that's taking my side. One day during dinner, we were all eating together as usual. I often was quiet while they talked to each other, but there was one conversation that I was confused about. Oh, how about the house and land? Won't it be of some value if we sell it?
No, I'm going to lend it. It'll make more money that way.
That's true. I don't know the details, so we'll talk to a lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, I'll think about it when the time comes.
I wasn't sure what was going on, but I'm sure it was probably just some real estate they owned, right? They always talked about how they didn't really have any money, so I was surprised, but I didn't really care at the time. One day at breakfast, I had made bento for my husband and sent him off. I started cleaning and finishing up the morning chores. This was my routine. I finished everything and was eating my breakfast before I headed out to my part-time job. Hey, what are you doing? I'm eating breakfast? I already finished everything around the house. That's not what I'm asking. That seat is for family, so you need to move. For family? Yes, it's not a seat for you. I was a little mad, so I said something bad. Where am I supposed to eat then? I don't know. You're not family, so I don't care about you. Just go eat in the yard or something. She grabbed my bowl and tossed it into the yard. Of course, the plate shattered, but she laughed as she saw it shatter. After you came, all of the bowls are chipping. You must not know how to handle your food. She started talking bad about me as usual. I didn't want to hear her bad-mouthing my parents anymore, and I also didn't want to hear about how we weren't even family. The 3 months were enough for me to reach my limit. If you don't like me that much, why did you suggest living with me? Huh? I think we both are only going to get more and more stressed out by living together. I'm going to be leaving, so thank you for everything. She was surprised and just stood there in shock. I ignored the fact that she probably didn't understand what was going on and went back to my room to get ready to leave. She was sobbing while talking to her relatives. I'm sure she was just saying that she was just the sad little mother-in-law bullied by the terrible wife. Just bring yourself because the house is small. That's what she said when I came. So I packed the few belongings I brought and she continued to talk on the phone. We didn't say anything as I got on the bullet train back home. The next day I had a call from my husband. I had turned off the power to my phone so I didn't notice. I called him and he answered immediately. Maybe he was worried about me?
Hello? You're at your parents' house, right?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't say anything before I left, but...
What about your savings? You're not planning on keeping it all to yourself, are you?
What? That's what you're going to ask your wife that just ran away? You're not going to ask why you're not worried about me? You're going to start talking about our savings? Any love I had left for Shinsuke just vanished in that moment.
What about the real estate?
Huh? Oh, that thing you were talking about with your mom? I don't know.
We were talking about your parents' house.
What?
You were listening quietly, so I figured you agreed to the terms.
You're saying you were talking about what to do with my parents' house after they died when they're clearly still alive? I don't believe it! You're insane!
She told me too, but I was going to lend out your house so I could make money. But if we get a divorce, then I'm going to lose out on that money. If you're going to get a divorce, I want you to pay for that lost money.
What? Lost money? You realize that you can't have my parents' money just because we got married, right?
Is that not how that works?
Of course not.
But it's pretty normal to have belongings if we're getting a divorce, right?
That's for things that both of us saved up for while we were married.
No, but...
He just kept talking, and eventually his mother chimed in. Hello, Miss Kaori. Just so you know, when you came in and got married to my son, you cut ties with your family, and you dedicated yourself to his family. And we should get some money from your parents to begin with. That didn't happen, and you don't even have a child, and now you want a divorce. If you're going to be like that, then we deserve our fair share of money. You want money that I saved while I was single? Why do you even know that I have my own savings? Because I took copies of your bank statements. What? I was worried that you would spend our valuable savings, so I was managing it for you. I couldn't believe what was going on, so I just said that my lawyer would reach out to them before hanging up. My parents heard what was going on and were just doing everything they could to take care of me. I was truly thankful for them. Later on, I heard that apparently they would often call my parents to talk bad about me while I lived over there. They said that she was even begging for money. Of course they said no. I was going to talk to you when you came back again, but I should have said something sooner.
I'm so sorry. There's no way you could be happy with someone who would call us like that. I'm really sorry, sweetie.
No, it's okay. Thank you two for believing me. That's why you wanted to trust me and let me handle it, right? Don't worry, I'm not one to just roll over. I felt bad for making them worried, but then I called a lawyer that my father introduced me to, and all 5 of us met up to talk about what to do going forward.
I think you're mistaken, but we just value traditional Japanese values, and you're the one that betrayed that. Traditionally, in Japan...
My husband was talking about something insane while my lawyer was talking about law. The mother-in-law was sitting in the back, standing tall as if to say, "That's my boy." This continued for a while. My wife's stuff is my stuff is my stuff. That was my husband's logic. My father was completely taken aback. The lawyer was made out of solid stuff though, so he was just recording every word quietly.
So I would like to sue Miss Kaori for $500,000 in damages, betraying our trust in the traditional Japanese values.
But we're not terrible people. We can be reasonable. So we can consider reducing the amount if you're willing to negotiate. After the lawyer let them talk for as long as they wanted, the lawyer finally spoke up.
I understand that traditional Japan had some quite outdated views regarding marriage. They truly valued trust between families.
That's so true.
Yes, so the families took care of each other, especially the wives' parents. Since the two families were now bonded, they would work together. There is no record, however, of traditional Japanese values indicating that the husband's family consumes their wife's family. Huh?
The lawyer spoke calmly and with cool words. He continued as if to nail things home.
If you'd like to claim that this sort of extortion is tradition, then I won't go against you. But extortion is definitely not a traditional Japanese value. This is absolutely a terrible display of what Japan represents.
To summarize, he continued talking about how the law explains all the finances and ownership of existing assets. Even if my parents were to pass, the assets would be passed on to me and me only. He kept going on.
Therefore, regarding the $500,000 that you are asking for, we will not be able to meet your demands. If you claim that you are indeed right in all of your reasoning, then please, hire a lawyer, and I would love to work with him or her to come to a conclusion following the law.
The lawyer continued to be cool, calm, and collected. They fell silent. Then, fine. Whatever. We'll be leaving.
Oh, please, hang on a moment. We will be talking about damages that we will be asking for from you during the divorce.
They said, and did so much while we were living together, and they pretended to be shocked. I'm actually surprised that they could actually be surprised. I was finally free. I got quite a good amount of money from them as a result of my case. I didn't want anything to be brought up regarding money going forward, so I also had them sign a legal document explaining that they will not be coming into contact with me in the future. I'm going to forget about all of this, but man, all this happened in 3 months. He was such a great husband when it was just us, but with his mom, You really truly know what someone is thinking. I guess the silver lining is that it ended in 3 months. I am enjoying my single life after cutting ties with that family. According to my lawyer, they're living a poor and sad life after having to pay the large amount of money in damages. I feel pretty good about that.
Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Bye!